Yo, yo, what's the word? Another Sunday here with the gang. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got the NBA, we got the UFC, the big thing. Jake Paul ranking it at 14. There's a lot of stuff. So, with that being said, I'm gonna just go ahead and announce. We had a few other guys that was in here last stream essentially, and they're still here now. So we have what we got: Tone Cito, we got Wave, and we got my man Big Coogee Guwap. We got my homie paid on Dev 2 chat. So, with that being said, fellas, let's go get into it. I already talked about the biggest thing is the NBA, and we talk about free agency. So, like, who do y'all think had the biggest free agency? Let's start from there.
Biggest free agency, like move or just? I gotta say the Rockets with KD, man.
Yeah, I'm
With
not gonna lie.
KD.
Rockets just developed a great team. No bullshit.
Okay, okay. Nah, that's a fair. I mean, yeah,
Cause
that's good.
you got KD. You feel me? Mentoring Amen Thompson, Van Fleet, nice,
hmm
veteran guard. You got Jabari Smith. You feel me? He's still developing.
hmm
Sangoon, Tori
They did.
Eason,
They did trade Cam
Holiday.
Whitmore. They
Yeah,
did
they
They
trade Cam
did
did.
trade.
Whitmore.
And that's
Yeah,
a
he
big
was
move to
probably.
me.
I was a fan of him too. I'm not
Thank
gonna
you,
lie. I was a
Wave.
big fan of Cam Whitmore. No bullshit.
Thank you, Wave. Yeah,
I
bro.
feel like
Go ahead.
something must have been going on in the locker room or with him and he for him not to get as
No,
much playing
it
time.
had.
But
I don't think it was nothing that had to do with the locker room. It just didn't fit this timeline. Like they're there to win right now. He's a raw prospect. He's very athletic. He's tough, but at the end of the day, they need people that are proven, that know what they're doing, and they don't have the time to sit there and develop people. At least that's what it looks like, and what they're shooting for within their 2 year window. So it's either that or hold on to him and have to pay him a big deal anyways, or just,
I
you know,
mean, they wouldn't have to pay him. If it depends on how he comes out, right? If he produces to where
Mm-hmm.
he's supposed to, then yeah, they have to pay him. But you feel me? I feel like Cam, he could have been an experiment for them. If it didn't work out, they could have just dumped him because they kept Reed Shepard though.
they can't dump
They
him.
can't
Like,
dump him.
Well, not dump,
they can't
not
just
dump him,
dump
but you
him.
feel me? Like,
But they getting something for him, because if they just hold on to him, like let's say if they do want to re-sign him, who's to say he wants to re-sign there? You know what I'm saying?
true.
So at that point, instead of losing out on him completely, you get two draft picks, two second rounders, or I believe it was three. It was two or three, but they got second round draft picks. That's calm. That's cool. Sell them. Get your team together. Get everybody that needs to be there. Get the veterans in and you need to put there, and just fill your team out around KD, because y'all trying to win a chip within the next 2 years. That's the
I
goal.
mean, I think Cam could contribute though. I personally, I think that he was just like a bucket, and I get it. You prove a good point saying that, like that Rockets obviously are in the win now mode with the KD move. Honestly, he fits a
Who
lot
is
of
he
stuff.
playing over?
Who Cam?
Yeah, who would he be playing over on that Rockets team,
I mean,
especially after they resign, after they extend Dorian Finney-Smith?
I mean, you're right. He's not
Yeah,
playing over
I
nobody over
forgot
there.
about
Yeah.
DFS.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I
nah,
I
forgot
forgot
about
about
that.
yeah.
DFS. So
Tone speaking that shit. I mean, how can I put this? I mean, you got rid of Jalen Green, so who's Jalen Green replacement? Amen, right?
Yeah,
So I
hmm
mean,
yeah,
so who would be at the Amen or Amen?
I mean they have other players there. They got what's his face? They got Fred VanVleet, him starting with Amin. They got rid of
Okay, of
Dylan Brooks too.
course KD will be
That's what I'm
starting.
saying. That's
But
You
you
still got
got
Sengun.
Tari Eason, which they're really high on.
okay.
DFS. Um, unless they're trying to play Reed Shepard, they're probably trying to get Reed Shepard some burn.
And
That's
He
nah,
need
probably
to
I,
get
what
I
it
some.
believe.
is
I mean,
too.
I'm about to say I believe in Reed, right? I believe in Reed, but I think
And
that
and some value Reed more than Cam.
I can see
You
that
know,
Reed is a point guard. I think that Cam could float between 2, 3, and 4. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you got
hmm
rid of Jalen Green, you could have Cam come off the bench and be like a spark plug, even if he's playing the two. Honestly, that's probably a better position for him because that man is just nothing but a bucket. You know,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
can shoot that. He
but
can shoot that rock.
Feel me?
they probably looking for somebody that can do that more consistently. And free agency is not over.
it's not. It's not. I think it ends at. I think the sign deals end at 12 today or something like that. So I mean,
Then, it,
yeah,
then the Rockets get Clint.
Yeah, they got Clint
yeah, they
Capella.
Yeah,
got Clint
they did
Capella.
get
No,
Clint
no,
Capella.
Rock.
He's their backup. They
Yeah,
got
The
they
Rockets, they
backup
did Big
big.
Thug Dizzle.
They
yeah,
got
yeah,
they got
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sengun, Steve Adams, and Capella. Those are their three centers.
So
Oh
okay,
yeah,
yeah, they
they
ate.
set.
No, they
Yeah, they
ate.
set.
But
They set.
hold on. How they?
And at the four, you got Jabari.
Uh huh.
And I believe is it Tari Eason that plays the four for them?
Nah,
Is
Now
it
he
be
plays at the
DFS.
three.
Easton played a
Yeah,
three.
yeah. Eason plays the
DFS?
three. He coming off the bench as the three. I mean,
Well, KD may play the four. Honestly,
he can.
well, we know.
He can. I mean, I like the fit with Alpern. I think that Rockets are pretty.
And realistically, too, with them having a man too, that nigga, man, he could play 1 through 4. I won't say five, but
Yeah.
he could play one through
Well,
four.
One
some
through.
instances, if they play in Golden State, he could play the five.
He
I'm
He
could
about to
could.
play
say
the
he could play
five
the five in
exactly.
Golden
Yeah,
State, but that's the
that's
thing
gonna
though.
be athletic, big in the paint.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot they do got Steven Adams too. Shout out to my
I
man
said,
B.
yeah,
Yeah,
You said
that's what he
that?
I
said.
said
All
that.
right, okay, you said
I
that.
said they
Okay, I
got
missed
three
it.
bigs.
Yeah, you
no
said three bigs.
bullshit.
I
They're
heard it clearly.
rebounding this year. Their rebounding this year should be
Should
phenomenal.
lead the league. Should lead the
Steven
league.
Adams, Clint Capella, Segun, Jabari Smith,
Let's not forget,
KD
you still got KD, a 7 foot.
and
and
you still got
and
KD too.
KD
Yeah,
too.
and you
and
still got a man.
a man is
That
a
nigga
triple
give
double.
balls.
He's gonna be a triple
Word.
double nightmare.
Here's
So
the
you
Yo,
thing.
also
niggas
got
really, people were really hating on him, man, when he came into the league. Oh, he was at OTE, da 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 da. He was shooting. Bro, I was telling niggas, just wait. Him and
nah.
his brother,
They knew
them
they
niggas gonna
knew
be
Hey,
special, bro.
look, Wave, you got it
niggas
on
knew.
wax now, bro. You got it now, timestamp or anything. If anybody gonna dispute it, it's, on, it's recorded. So,
Word, no
yeah, it
bullshit.
ain't no just
Him
I'm
and
just
his
talking.
brother, bro. I've been fans since they was at OTE. Bro. Them niggas,
Hmm.
their work ethic, bro. That shit's gonna take them far in this league. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I mean, so
yeah.
so my thing is, all right, now we've had that conversation. Who do you think is winning out of the West? Because I
Who's
mean,
winning out of the West?
yeah, because I'm about to say nah. Because I ain't gonna hold
I
you.
mean, it's too early to tell. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
it's too
lie. For
early.
me,
I
it's
need
way
to
too
see after
early.
the. I have to
Uh,
see after the free agency
uh,
moves and
Okay,
trades. But if we going
uh,
off current
if
roster and I
we're
had to
going
just
off our own
spitball
paper,
something,
on
if we're
paper.
going
Yeah, if we
off our
going off on
own paper,
paper,
I'm gonna say the Rockets currently
I'm taking
constructed
the
on
Rockets.
paper. On paper.
I mean, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I can understand that too. But I'm gonna throw in that spill. Did we not see what Nuggets did?
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think the Nuggets may need to earn some respect right here because it's like,
But we don't know if Valanciunas is really gonna play though.
I mean, but
That's
no,
that.
outside of that though, they got
What does
Valanciunas, they got the
Bruce
Cam, they got Bruce Brown coming back
Cam
too.
and Bruce Brown? Okay, Cam and Bruce Brown. That's the one we can really
And who was
focus on
their
because the
fourth? Who was the
Valanciunas thing.
fourth one? They got one more because they flipped Michael
Oh,
Porter's contract.
THJ from Detroit Pistons, and he shot off like for
Yeah,
36% off a high.
Oh,
What's his
did
name?
they? Yeah,
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 they
Tim
got him.
Hardaway.
yeah,
Yeah,
Tim.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Tim was shooting like
Mm.
Tim had a great year with Cade, and I love Cade, but we know Joker's Joker. So now you get
Well,
Joker.
that's
That's
what the
gonna be
Rockets is gearing up for, though.
yeah.
They gearing up for Jokic. If you think about the one time that Jokic really got there and bullied was against the Lakers in the bubble when they had three big men rotating on them.
That's a
Like
fact.
if you really think about it, they had AD, Dwight, and JaVale giving that man hell.
I agree. So I mean, so I guess with that being said, and I just want to say, like, I understand it's early, right? We're gonna have more of these sessions. So like, without a
Hmm.
doubt, it's early. You know, this is an early take, right? But doesn't mean that you can't change your take. So I guess
Hmm.
my next question is like, so given that what Joker has done, also against OKC, taking them to Game 7, and he didn't even, and he had little. I'm not gonna say he had little to no help because sometimes it's clutch, but we obviously know about the big thing. The big is he need rest. He never had got rest and stuff like that. So giving him
Hmm.
actually some people that he can depend on, where does that put them? I mean, if you still say behind the Rockets, I ain't mad at it. Oh, and there's just something came in. 17 trade is almost done for KD. So that may jump back in the chat as we're having a conversation. But as of right now, where it stands, are we still saying Rockets? I'm not mad at it because I personally think Rockets 2. I want to say, but
I, I think it's only like a four team race out west.
Mhm.
Honestly, that's actually competing for the championship. Because I would throw the Mavs in there, but Kyrie doesn't come back until the playoffs, and we know, and
I,
I don't know how
yeah.
that's gonna
Mm.
gonna
I
go.
would.
You know what I'm saying? Kyrie
I
won't come
know.
back to
We
the
heard this
playoffs.
song again, and I'm sorry for bringing this up, but a healthy Clippers team would look alright. Them picking
Yeah,
up
I'm not
Brooke
gonna lie.
Lopez is a sneaky pickup. You
Oh.
giving
Word.
James Harden more space, so you got more options, and he's coming off the bench. So their
No
team is
bullshit.
constructed. If healthy, they
Healthy,
can
healthy
win
on
they can
paper.
win a chip.
Kawhi, Ben Simmons, James Harden. That's a good trio right there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Benny?
That's a
yeah.
good, a healthy Ben Simmons going
I
back to
don't.
what he was.
I
I
ain't
don't
gonna
know, bro.
lie.
You
That's
can't,
never gonna
you
be as
can't
what you
write.
think, bro.
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
don't know. I
The
think his
ship
whole
has
back
sailed
thing
on
and
that.
everything is.
It's over.
I'm
They've
not
cooked
giving
him.
up. I'm not giving up on Ben Simmons
Nah,
yet.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna let you know
I don't
right
like him.
now.
I don't like
Now,
him, but I'm
since
not.
we
I don't think
doing
I
a
can give up
sports
on him.
podcast, and I'm gonna let you know future reference. Since you saying that's your boy, I
Nah,
don't
that's not
fuck
my
with him.
boy.
I don't
That's
fuck
not
with
my
him.
boy. I don't like him,
He's.
but I'm not
I
gonna give up
don't
on him.
fuck with him. I don't.
It's been on
He
wax.
is
Okay.
a complete bum. He's a bum. Like
Damn. Ben is a complete bum.
I
Nah,
despise
I
I
see where you
despise him.
coming from, but you feel me? Healthy, full season together,
I
that shit
will
could look
give
pretty.
Listen,
him. He
Ben
is a
can be
very
good,
dependable defender, and he's a willing passer, and that's
Yeah,
all he's ever
he
gonna
gotta be
be. But
confident in
I
scoring, bro.
will
Once he,
never like to hear his name ever mentioned in the big three. Ever,
So weird.
ever,
I ain't say
ever.
I said it was a good trio. I ain't say it was no
I
big three now.
I don't want to hit him in no trio. I'd rather hear fucking what's his name, Zubac. Zubac deserved that. He was hooping last
Now
year.
Zubac was hooping this year.
Zubac
Zubac was
was hooping for
borderline
sure.
all star, like or Norman Powell. You know what I'm saying? But we not about to sit here and talk about no Ben Simmons. We not about to waste no time segment on that bum. He's a bum.
Whew, Tom put his foot down on that one, but I agree. He's the only player in history that Philly said, "Oh, we got cited Ben Simmons and there was a trash can rolled down the street." You're not going to beat those allegations, bro.
Nah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think, but I'm with Wade though. I definitely think Ben can be an asset on a championship roster. I think he has the skill set to bring something to win a championship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Defense wins
yeah.
championship.
I
I
said
like
he's
that.
a
Word.
rotational
But
piece, but never want to hear his name ever mentioned in
but
any trio. Nothing. He will never be the top three best
Yeah,
player on the championship team ever.
yeah, never.
He will be a role player. He'll
I think he
be
could be solid if he come off the bench. He could be like a Caruso off the
oh
bench,
yeah yeah
like a solid
Yeah,
six
like
through eight six
Caruso.
through
I can
eight
see that.
six
I can
through
see
eight
that.
absolutely yeah, but nowhere in the top five. If he sneaks his way in there somehow, that's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, I ain't gonna give up on him yet. I want to see
Yeah.
what he do after a full season. If he's still butt after a full season, healthy, playing,
It's
all
still
right,
butt.
yeah, Ben, get the fuck up out of
Mm,
here, man.
and
But
Nah,
you
he's gonna
feel
stick
me?
beside him. That's all right.
nah, I'm not mad at
You
that.
got it, Wave.
I'm not mad at
You
that. So
got it.
okay, so
See?
all in
And
all,
for the record, that's not my boy. That's not my
okay,
Nah, that's
boy.
okay,
your
yeah,
boy,
make sure.
bro.
That's
Okay,
Nah,
not my
that's
boy. That's not
nah,
my
it's on the
boy, bro.
record, bro. You not giving up on him. That's your boy. You can't play two sides. Like, what's going on? I'm confused.
That's not playing two sides.
How you not
It's not my
gonna
boy,
give up
but you
on
feel me?
him?
From a basketball aspect, I'm not gonna give up on him. Yeah, I want to see what he do in the
So
full
that's your
hey,
season,
boy in
healthy.
basketball
that
standpoint, like from basketball
you
terms.
sound
That
like
sounds
Mark.
semantics.
You sound like
That sounds like
Mark.
semantics, bro. Like
All right,
we
James,
need.
relax, James.
That's your man's.
I'm-
It's either
to
he your
relax,
man's or he
James.
not.
Yo, I mean, to be fair, okay, all right, no, that's fair. So the next thing is we're just gonna transition a little bit to top five West East. I wouldn't say top three. We could do top three, but I get top five. Just get a little wiggle room because there's some fringe teams that could be there. I already know West. We got it as the OKC. We got Houston
Hmm.
Rockets and we got Denver. So there's two that's still there for that spot. So we can start with the West. So who is y'all top five? If y'all want to rank them, we can go
I'm,
rank two. I'm with it.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go those three. I'm gonna throw the Lakers out there just off of Luca and LeBron.
Okay.
Got to give them their respect. And then I'm gonna go. I'm also gonna go Clippers. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm.
I'm gonna go
No
Clippers.
T Wolves.
Yeah, I was saying I'm taking that 4, but I'm changing the Clippers with the T Wolves.
I'm about to say, we're not talking about T Wolves.
I'm not.
Come
I'm
on,
not.
bro.
Look. Hot take. I'm not really on that ant. I'm not big on that ant hype train. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm
Yo,
not.
think about yo.
I'm not.
This is
I'm
We're
Ant
saying
gonna
me
one
save that for
personally. I
summer.
ain't
another
saying
day.
he's not nice. I'm saying
This is Ant's one
I'm not a
summer.
believer
We
yet.
save
This
I'm
is
not a
his
that.
believer
first
yet.
summer in a couple years. He's really about to get to work in the
We're
gym.
gonna
He got
we're gonna
he got
we're
he got
gonna
to make
see.
me a believer though. I'm not a believer yet. He nice, but I'm not a believer. That's just where I'm
Okay.
at.
Okay.
That's a
I think this
spicy
topic
one.
deserves its own segment. That deserves its own segment. That
I'm not a
alone.
believer.
Yeah,
That
we
alone
did.
is
Yeah,
crazy
you know,
take.
I'm I'm
But
I'm
I
I'm
get
writing
it.
that. I'm
I
writing that down.
understand.
I'm writing that down as a note. Like
Yeah.
who's the faces of the league? Because that's gonna be one would come up. All
It
right,
is not
bet.
ant. It's not ant.
This
It's not
nigga
ant.
ain't double
It is
down.
not ant.
Yeah,
I'm letting
he's.
you know that right now. It's
I
not.
mean, he's not gonna be the face of the league because of the baby mama drama. But um, besides that, that man is gonna be a bucket. I can see
Yeah,
him winning
yeah,
a
yeah,
championship,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
he's a superstar. You know what I'm saying? He is a top 5 player in the league. Like he can do that. Like
Okay.
that's his
Top
ceiling.
five?
Uh
That's his
oh.
ceiling. That's his ceiling. His
Oh.
ceiling is
Oh,
top
ceiling,
5.
ceiling. I'm
And
about to say, I'm like,
yeah,
right now?
no, not
Whoa,
right now.
I'm like, well, okay.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
that's fair. Oh yeah, yeah. That's all
You
right.
said the ceiling. Okay,
All
I'm with
right,
you. I'm with you.
Tone.
He
You
is a
know
top
what?
five. He's still in his top five. I give you that. I give
Hey,
you that.
hey, y'all, I'm copying this down. We will revisit this topic one one of these Sundays. I promise you. So okay, so let's just try to get back on track. So we have Wave. What will be your top five? You said that you have.
We said OKC, Denver.
OKC, Denver,
Okay.
OKC, Denver,
We said the Rockets on
fucking
paper.
the
The Rockets.
Rockets,
I, I
Minnesota, and the
yeah,
Lakers.
yeah. I said Lakers and Clippers. I put the Clippers in front of the T Wolves.
Tibbs. Okay.
I got the Warriors having a better record than the Lakers.
Mm.
You think so?
Ooh.
Word
Hmm.
around town, they might get Big L.
Yeah,
Nah,
they
they
get
definitely
Yeah,
get
yeah,
Big Al.
yeah,
Big
yeah.
Al getting done.
yeah,
No Diddy.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Give me
You
Big Al.
give Jimmy
That's gonna
Butler a
be.
full training camp with them motherfuckers.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a couple of dominoes that can fall because like the Warriors was to get like Giannis or something like that. That'll change the whole trajectory of everything.
And not
You know what I'm
even
saying?
they don't even need a Giannis per se. Like they literally already
That's a
have
good
Steph
question
Curry
too.
and Jimmy
Where does
Butler right now.
where
Where's
does
Giannis gonna
Giannis go
land?
though?
They just
Damn.
need a
Yeah.
center. You give them a premier center. Like Al Horford is solid enough to make them a top 4, top 5 team in the West,
I
right?
agree.
But if you giving them a center that's gonna do more than that, you talking about contending at that point. Like if you get a
Yeah.
solid center, I really felt like they should have went for Brook Lopez. He could have started for them, and he would
Yeah.
have fit perfectly with them. But
They
you
was
know,
they're playing
at,
hardball on that one. That's what I read. They're playing hardball on that one. They wasn't letting them cook.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
okay. I mean, so, all right. So I mean, I guess I'm the last person to say. So obviously, my top five in the West would be Houston, of course. We have OKC. We have Denver. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree that I'm gonna say. Oh, I'm gonna say T Wolves. And yeah,
Hmm.
I'm gonna take the odd one out. I gotta consider Luca and LeBron, but like Tone said, if they get Al with a full
That's a
season of
whole
Jimmy
different
Butler,
story.
yeah, and a full season of Jimmy Butler, we may be talking about something
Mm,
different. So you know
but I
what?
will.
Okay.
Oh, you finish what you going? Yeah, answer. I want to hear
Let
your
me
answer.
finish. Let me finish. Okay, so what I say, you know what? I'll take that back. I can't believe I'm saying this, but nah, I can't do that. Okay, Lakers gonna have to get kicked out. And kick LeBron out. He was a legend killer this year. I want to just take the Timberwolves out, but I can't. I can't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shit, that's tough. That's tough.
So wait, so who was your five again, James? One more
Uh,
time.
we got Denver, we got
Denver,
Houston,
Mm-hmm.
Houston,
we have
OKC,
OKC, and we have T Wolves, and we have Golden
T
State.
Wolves,
That's my
Golden
Yeah,
five.
State.
okay.
That's my five. Ooh, this
Okay.
is recorded. I can't step back on this one. All right, nah,
Ooh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
recorded. Yeah,
yeah.
it is what it is,
Yeah,
man.
man, yours is tough.
I know that's a
Yours is
swing.
tough.
That's a
Tough.
swing. I may look like an ass by the
That's
end of the
tough.
season.
Now look. I have a question for y'all because I'm looking at the standings out west and I'm just thinking about there's a lot of moves that was already made or whatever. All
Yeah.
right, so All right, we figure out the top five, right? Now, if there's one team that can make their way into the top five, that we didn't mention, what team do you think that would be,
I got to look at the
and why?
roster because I was
Honestly, healthy. That's a good question,
that
Tom.
that that
Mm-hmm.
that
Because
is a
on
real good
right
question.
now, like just thinking, I say probably Dallas.
See, I think everybody's gonna think Dallas, but I really think it's San Antonio.
That's what I was
Ooh.
about to say. I was about to
I
That
say
was
think it's
another
San
Spurs.
thought
I was
Antonio.
too.
thinking
That was another
Spurs.
I
thought
think it's
too,
I
San
was
but
thinking
Antonio.
Spurs.
I don't know. I
But
don't know if I'm
Da-
completely sure.
it,
I think they'll
Dallas
definitely make playoffs next year for sure. I don't
Dallas
know
definitely
about
has a
top
chance
five.
depending on how Flag pans out this rookie year.
I agree too.
Right,
Word.
Like Dallas definitely has a chance,
right.
but we got to see how the rookie's gonna be looking
He
with
definitely gonna
AD.
get a lot of calls.
Oh
Yeah, with
yeah.
Oh,
Kyrie not
word.
being there, just him and AD. With him
Him
and
and
AD, there
AD
no
is.
Kyrie.
Mm,
D'Angelo gonna get them niggas the rock.
Is
okay.
he?
Yeah. My homie said Sacramento
Honestly,
Mavs. Ooh.
Sacramento, I ain't even consider. Let me see who's on
Nah.
I mean,
Sacramento
so all
now.
right. So let me
You
put it
know,
like
I seen
this.
a post that somebody said that Sacramento looked like the team that you just set an auto draft on. And when you look at the roster, that's exactly what it looks like. Like
I don't,
that,
yeah, I ain't got no favorite Sacramento. They ain't got enough defense for me. Looking at the roster,
yeah.
they ain't got no defense for me.
Nah.
They got rid of great talent and got nothing back.
Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at that. So I guess now just
All right,
that just split off to another topic, but
we gotta go to the
just
East, right?
yeah, we gotta go
Top
to the
five in the East.
East. So who's the top
Top
five
five
in
in
the
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 East.
East
East
before we
is
talk
tough,
about it?
bro. The East
All
is
right,
fucking tough because
Uh-huh.
The East is
Jason Tatum's
terrible, bro.
down and Halliburton's down for because
Man,
due
my
to the
Heat
Achilles.
going
So,
top five in the East. Don't
Ooh.
worry
man,
about it.
Tone, I want to be
I'm
with you.
telling.
I want to be
I'm
Nah,
with you.
there, bro.
he
I
I'm
not gonna
there.
be
want to
top
be
five
I
with you,
am
next year.
there. I am
but
there.
hey,
I'm
double
My
there.
down on
top
them.
five,
I'm there.
yo, it's
I'm,
hard, yo. The East is hard to have a top five, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's
bro.
real hard.
All
I
right,
think.
I'll say out the
All
gate.
right, so
Cavs are gonna be up there. Cavs gonna
Okay.
be in the top
Cavs
five.
go.
I'm gonna say out the
Okay.
gate. I'm gonna
Mhm.
say Cavs are gonna be
I
there.
got Fiend with that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say Knicks are gonna be there.
yep.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say Cavs, Knicks. I'm gonna go. I don't know if Giannis still gonna be with the Bucks. I'm gonna go
That's
Pistons
what I
top
thought.
five. I'm gonna go
Yes,
Pistons top
Mhm.
five.
sir.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes,
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
going.
sir.
I'm going Pistons,
Mhm.
Knicks, Cavs, Celtics with no JT. Celtics with no JT. Celtics with
Paolo.
no
Wow.
JT.
Paolo.
Celtics gonna be a
Paolo.
6, 7 seed.
Okay.
Paolo.
Yo, Tone, I
I,
was thinking the
yeah, yeah,
same
Paolo.
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Orlando,
Paolo.
I'm thinking
Orlando
of
in there.
Orlando. It hurts me to say that because I'm a Heat fan. It hurts me to say that.
Yeah.
It hurts me to say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But then
Uh,
again, too, Philly may be a sleeper this year. Philly may be a sleeper.
if
Wait,
Embiid
Philly may
comes back
come back.
healthy, I would put
Yeah.
him in. But
Yeah.
I just don't got faith in Embiid.
Embiid, Paul
Philly.
George,
Philly is gonna be a
Jeremy
sleeper this
McCain's
year.
coming back, and then they just picked up VJ.
VJ is tough
They're gonna
too.
make a move. I think they might
All
make
right,
a. They're gonna
all
make
right.
a move with PG. I feel.
With this being said, us doing the top five. This is we're saying the teams are gonna be 100% healthy, correct? Like as of right now, if we're saying they're gonna be
Yes.
100%
Yes.
healthy, I'm
Yes.
throwing Philly in there. If we're doing it like that, I'm throwing Philly in there. Philly's gonna be top five if they're 100% if 100% healthy. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
I'm
Well,
top
going.
five. All right,
my
bet.
only issue
I'm
with
going
that
Cavs.
is my
I'm going
only
Cat.
issue with that is that Philly is so dependent on health that
That's my thing.
I think you have to factor the health into it because I don't know, bro. Like to get Embiid and Paul George, both of those healthy for a season, like you know how rare that is.
Bro.
Or
That's a big risk, but you're
That's a
right.
big ask. That's a big ask, bro. And then you also got to worry about your training staff, worrying about McCain from last year rehabbing from a bad injury too.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
like you got injuries to worry about over there. Like it do. So it looks sweet
I
on
mean,
paper. It looks sweet.
it does. I mean, I'm a. Oh
They
man.
still got Quinn Grimes. If I'm, oh no, he's a free agent. I think restricted free agent by them, but I think they still
Yeah,
own his bird rights.
they do serve the bird rights. Correct. So okay. So well, hold on. We
Yeah.
have another
Yeah.
submission. Hold on. I guess I spoke him up, and when we put some respect on his name, this is crazy. But here we are. But I'm gonna go ahead, go with my So wait, hold on. So, Fiend, run through your top five because you're the one that
All
came up
right,
with your list.
I'm gonna say because I only got the four. I'm gonna say
Okay.
Cleveland. I'm going New York. I'm gonna go Detroit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Orlando,
Okay. Okay.
and I am going to go. And this is barring if Giannis is still in Milwaukee. I'm gonna say Bucks.
Okay. Fair.
That's what I'm going. That's what I'm going.
That's
My
fair.
top five in the
That's
East so far.
okay. So I ain't gonna lie to you. As much as the man of the reasoning, he got a reasoning for it. Hey, Tone, you up next? You had a
Yeah,
reasoning for
man.
it, so go ahead.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now that that list is very accurate. But my last one is going Miami. I ain't gonna lie. So
Oh
you got Cleveland, you got New York, you got Detroit, you got Orlando, and you got Miami. Now the East is gonna be wide open. It's gonna be dependent on a lot of like chemistry and availability and coaching. Now, when it comes to that, I think Spoelstra is at his best when he has all free reigns to do whatever he wants. He has a group of misfits and he makes them fit. So I can see this being a season where he can catch a lot of these coaches off guard because these coaches don't have scouting on any of these players. He can do whatever he wants, and he still has Bam and Tyler. Tyler just had an All Star season. He needs to build on that. Bam just didn't have All Star season. He needs to get back to that.
hmm
If we can find a way to get both of them in an All Star game in the same season, that means that we're winning. And I think that we can do that. I think both of them can win games together in this Eastern Conference, especially in our division. Like I know the Hawks got better and the Magic is solid or whatever, but they're still relatively young. We still got proven players on our team and a
okay.
great coach. I can't never forget that. Like coaching definitely matters.
Okay, no, so that's a bet. So I mean, that's a controversial take. I'm gonna leave that to when it's get posted. If it's a W take or an L take, I mean, I don't know if that's like fan ish. It makes
It,
sense though.
it
It makes
might it,
sense.
it I will say it
A little
has
bit
a
of
lot
fan
of
bias.
bias.
A
hmm
little bit of fan bias.
I will say
Okay,
that,
okay, okay.
but I just see the vision. I see it.
You
I
see the
see it.
I
vision.
See the
respect it.
vision.
I respect
Bro,
I
it.
can dig
like
it.
especially if we still got more moves to make, but even if constructed right now, like Wiggins, Bam, and Kalel, if they're like within my front court, those they defensive minded. We got Tyler. He can shoot the lights out, and we
I
actually
agree.
know who our point guard is going to be this season, and we know who our team is going to be. We had great stretches. That 10-game losing streak really screwed us up. And that happened right after the trade when we playing with a whole new set of players that didn't know what they were doing.
That's
You
fair.
know,
No, that's a
um,
fact. That's a fact. So okay, you willing to down now? All right, Wave, you up next? You up next, brother?
Top five. Cavs, Knicks,
hmm
Orlando.
Okay, that's three,
Knicks, Orlando.
Yeah.
4, 5.
Trying to think. I'm trying to think of the last
What you
two.
got to think about, Wade? Stop disrespecting
yo,
Detroit Pistons.
yo,
I ain't trying. We
yo,
trying
I'm
to sit
crying.
chill.
I'm
We trying to
crying.
chill.
I'm
Bro,
crying.
I'm really trying to think. I'm really trying to
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
It seemed
I mean,
like
you
Now I
got
could
Friday.
get
somebody. I
the
think
I get the Pistons. I could put the Pistons in there right now. As of right now, I could put the Pistons in there.
James Court,
Pistons final
people.
spot. Pistons final spot. Now Pistons they could be top five. They build off what they did last year. They could be top five. But the fifth spot is hard, bro.
I
yeah,
mean,
it's a
I'm
lot of
not
things
mad
to
at that.
consider.
I'm not mad at
Fifth
that.
fifth spot. All right, fifth spot. I'm gonna go healthy, unhealthy. Can I do that or no?
Nah, you gotta take this one what it is. Like you gotta
Die
do
on the
Uh,
hill.
yeah.
Probably
all
gonna
right,
go
so
Milwaukee. He's probably gonna go Sixers healthy, unhealthy Bucks. That's probably what he's gonna say.
Bucks and 6.
nah,
Man,
Pistons. Nah,
Wiggins
and
is
I
gonna be
think
top 5.
Philly. I think Philly.
Philly. Yeah, see,
Okay.
And as a
I was
biased
thinking Philly.
opinion, Celtics right there at that 6, 7 spot either.
Nah,
So this is
nah. The thing is, the Celtics can be a top 5 seed even without JT, just because of how they play defense. Like they got the capabilities of still being a top
Yeah.
team in the East, being in a lot of games.
But can they? Do they have the pieces to play that
Honestly.
same defense?
Honestly, as a Celtics fan, I wouldn't say all Celtics fans agree with me, but in my opinion, if we didn't have JB and we had JT, we're gonna be a top 5 team definitely, no matter what. I don't
Starting a
personally
civil
believe in
war.
JB like that.
He's starting a civil
I
war,
don't.
ladies
When
and
we don't
gentlemen.
have JT in basketball games, I'm worried about losing. When we don't have JB, it's still a regular game in my eyes.
Oh
So
my
with
gosh.
JB leading the flock, I see 6 or 7 seed. I'd love to see a top 5 seed, but I see 6 or 7 seed. JT comes back towards the end of the year.
I
You
respect
feel
that.
me? We'll probably be a first round exit, but we just made enough money to 2027. We back to the drawing board. That free agency, we gonna make something shake, bro. And we right
Right,
back up
right,
there.
right.
And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, in true Celtics fan fashion, he has found a way to force the Celtics in the conversation of the top 5. Just like that.
Shit.
Lost the media.
Lost
At
the
it again,
media.
even
Oh.
on the local streets.
Even on
Shit
the
is
local
crazy.
streets, crazy work. So I guess it come to me with the off take. Look, I'm gonna just go Detroit. Fuck is you talking about? Like it's Dylon, all right? That's where we at with it. But no,
Dylon.
no. All seriousness, we
Nigga
got
James ain't felt
Knicks.
like this since 2005.
Bro, I'm geeking. I'm geeking. When this shit get posted and you hear that version of that, you gonna see my face when you was talking about top 3. My face
Yeah,
can be
James
hiding.
used to wear them baggy jeans with the baggy shirt back in
Damn
them
right.
days
Feel me
when
with
they
the
was nice.
with the
with
big
the
jersey.
do rag
With the big
under the
jersey.
fitted.
You feel me?
He
You
had
know what I'm
a
saying?
Band-Aid under his eye.
Okay, we ain't going Nelly. That's crazy. We're not getting hot and her. That's a little wild. That's a little bit. It's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. So Okay. So no. So okay. Well, I'm gonna say that Detroit, obviously Knicks. I'm gonna go Cavaliers. Um, Orlando, of course, I think is big, and I'm gonna just make it simple. I'm gonna go Philly, bro. I'm gonna go Philly. I
Okay.
hate to be the person to say it
Okay.
because it's just that no matter what, like
Yeah.
this is one of the times that they're out. But Philly, if you really think about it, they've been in the playoffs, even though they've been getting their ass kicked, getting packed the fuck up round 1. Usually they're a 10. You know, they're not
Yeah.
somebody that we're worried
Regular
about.
season.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say Philly. I think that they got a lot of veterans. I don't think Paul George has as bad as the year that he's had. Honestly,
hmm
yeah. Like that's the thing.
So
Yeah.
I have a question though. Philly doesn't have any more draft picks, or do they have the pick coming up this year?
No, I think that goes to Phoenix.
Phoenix.
I think that was like the
Mm.
biggest thing. Like they don't have no. Actually, no, they have the draft pick. Well, no, upcoming this year. No, yeah, they're good. I think they're good. I think they're good.
So
Outside
if
of
they have their draft pick, do you think that they try to get another one of those things?
they
Like
may.
you know, ship the team and really go full young and get rid of Embiid and PG, get rid of both of them, fire
I
sale.
don't think. I think Embiid retires in Philly. I don't think they'll ever get rid of him, no matter how much he gets hurt. I feel
Mm,
like he has 76 for life.
okay.
No, I get it.
Because at the
No,
end of the day,
I say
just
I say you
imagine,
keep
because
Embiid.
just imagine you trade Embiid, right? And miraculously, this nigga becomes healthy. He has 2
That's what
great
I'm saying.
seasons. He play at least 70 games. Boom. When Embiid is healthy, that nigga
He's the
is
best
the
big
Same
man in the
best
league.
nigga
problem.
in the
Yeah.
fucking world, nigga,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
nigga does
Yeah.
everything, bro.
Yeah.
So, hold
Yeah.
on.
His
So,
post game OD, his midi OD.
Prime Joel Embiid is like the third best big man in the league.
hey
Let's not
man,
gas it too hard.
hey
Let's not
man,
gas it that hard. Is there a nigga named Jokic
Oh,
in the league?
and
Oh
Yes.
no,
my
All
see,
right.
God.
Is
this
Giannis
is what
also in
happens.
the
This
league?
is what happens when people. This is what happens when people insert
Who's the
into a
party leader?
conversation.
get him out of here. He heard his name and he's found a way to get
Who's
in.
the party leader? Get this guy out of here.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna stand on my
Nah,
side with this. I think the Joker is the best big in the league. I don't care what nobody say. I was on the Joker all
Well,
along, but
let's
yeah,
look at their
Joe, Joe,
matchups. Let's see when they match up with each other.
Joe,
Just see those
Jokic
games.
is the best big man by default because Embiid can't stay healthy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we know
Absolutely.
that.
and
But that was
that's
the
it.
Right.
conversation we was
Okay.
having.
So what? Okay. Hold on. We're talking about that. Damn, we're getting off topic, but I'm here to stand on this. What season has he had better than Joker? Even if he got the award, let's just be real. Let's say
Listen,
fantasy.
man. I'm not even talking about stats. None of that. I'm talking about when they match up against each other. All that Jokic doing whatever he want, it don't happen.
Against just
He
don't.
Embiid can guard him 1-on-1. Jokic can't guard Embiid 1-on-1. That's it. That's the post. Like there's nothing more than that. Like Jokic might have a better team, maybe, okay, but as far as the better player, if healthy, Embiid is definitely the better player, and it's because of his defense. He's a better rim protector by far. Like Embiid is probably one of the best rim protectors in the league if healthy.
Okay.
All right,
So
so look,
go
right?
ahead.
So look, so hold on. 8 games, but I mean,
I, I don't want to make this a race thing,
it
but I gotta
went
choose
it
between the
went back
brother or
and
the white
forth. I
man. I'm choosing
mean,
him.
I'm not gonna lie, it goes back and forth between yo. Oh, I mean, the last two matchups. Okay. So Embiid is averaging 27,
Mm-hmm.
27, 11, 4, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Jokic averaged 22, 10, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block.
So me and you were going. Me and you
I
were going the
mean,
same place. Yes, it's a lot. Go ahead. Go ahead. Wave. Talk shit.
nah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was saying me and you were going to the same stat meter to see how it is. I mean, I
Yeah.
think I think that yeah, like I think that yeah, 27 and 11 is pretty big for what's the name with those stats. But I mean, what was Joker versus Joel? I didn't get that didn't get that far.
Joker had 22, 10, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block.
I-
And Joel Embiid also
Joker
62 against
outperformed him.
Jokic.
I'm going Embiid. I'm going
I'm
Embiid.
going
Okay.
Joker outperformed him, bro.
You said
He
Joker
had seven
outperformed
assists,
him?
points, 12 boards, 7 assists, a block and a
No,
steal.
10
That's the
boards,
outperform.
10 boards,
10 boards.
10 boards.
Okay, 10 boards. He still outperformed him. He's got 7 assists.
All right, Embiid averaged 27, 11, 4 assists, 1 steal,
Those,
two
those
blocks.
those more points equate to the like damn near make up the assists like almost.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? He
And
So
averaged
he's
more assists,
scoring
but Embiid
on
averaged more
him.
points.
That's him scoring on somebody. That's
That's
not his
him.
teammate scoring on
Yeah,
somebody.
Yeah.
You know what
he's
I'm saying? So
dropping
he's scoring
to
on Jokic. He's scoring on him.
the
So
highest. The
I'm not even
highest
talking about
Joel
like
Embiid ever
stats. I'm looking
scored.
at the eye test.
The highest Joel Embiid ever scored on Jokic was
It was
47.
40. You're 47.
okay, so
Yup.
so okay, so
Jokic's career high on Embiid 27.
okay, so hold on.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, but here's
Oh
the
my
thing.
God.
Here's the thing. Y'all saying this, and I can understand that. But
I
let's
think
just.
Embiid is better in
I,
general, just in general.
I'm about to say, well, look, let's have let's. I just want to have the conversation. This, especially, and I'm shocked by you. I'm shocked by you, Tone, to say this because there's two different type of players that I believe there's a type of archetype that nobody want to talk about. There are ceiling raisers and there's floor raisers. I never expect a
Mm-hmm.
floor raiser to have more than a ceiling raiser. I do think Joel Embiid is a ceiling raiser. I don't think he's a floor raiser. I think Joker is the opposite, right? Like I think it's opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's honestly prime, even from the conversation of LeBron and Jordan. Like I think that's the thing. Like Jordan absolutely was a ceiling raiser. SGA right now is a ceiling raiser, but he's not a floor
Mhm.
raiser. So I understand what you're saying, 1-on-1 without a doubt, and the ceiling raiser is going to always win 1-on-1. I don't disagree with that. Shit, I would say
Mm-hmm.
like that with Melo. We talking about bees coming back. He would cook a lot of niggas 1-on-1. He said it
Hmm.
himself. But
Yeah.
this, unfortunately, this is a team sport, and I think the Joker, as far as him even being a big man general, he has something that, uh, like arguably, and if you look into the stats, that in stats regardless, he is maybe one of the best, if not the best, offensive player that's ever played the game. I get you right. Defense subpar as fuck. All right, I subpar as fuck, but
Mm-hmm.
he's doing a lot more in that offensive end that honestly then probably he should that elevates that. So I mean, I get it. Joel 1-on-1, sure. 100, not even sure. I'm not gonna downplay it. Absolutely, dog walking that nigga. But if we're talking about winning basketball games, it's gonna be Jokers with a land sweep.
I have a rebuttal for that.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I think a lot of people they go right past the defensive part. That's actually a real important part. Like, it's really important. And it's so important because Embiid is so good that he is the only player that I can't stress this enough. Guard Jokic one-on-one to where that offensive prowess that we talking about that he has is not that much of a factor. You listen to those averages against Embiid, that's a bad game for Jokic. Those are bad, and he's doing that. Like Embiid is doing that, and he's scoring on him on top of that. Like that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't sit there and downplay his defensive game and just want to, this guy passes to people and gets him out of bailout situations. Like, why are you not dropping 40-point games? Why are you not dropping 30-point games? Because you know what I'm saying? And then you got to think about it. Embiid always injured and all that shit too. Who's to say one of those games Embiid wasn't injured while playing this motherfucker? Still averaging high numbers against him.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
No, you're
so
right.
And that's why I just said if healthy, Embiid would be the best big in the league. Like that's just
he is when healthy.
You know what I'm saying? When healthy, we've seen it.
He is when healthy.
Right, because when we seen him like literally match up with this guy, it looked like Jokic couldn't do nothing with him, and like it almost reminded me of when Shaq was going against David Robinson. Like that. That's literally how it looked.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: the year Joel Embiid won the MVP, he looked more dominant then than I think Jokic looking his 3 MVPs. Like that's just my opinion.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
It's a finesse game. I understand that domination is going to always look more than finesse. That's almost the equivalent of like some people think that Shaq feel like Shaq is the best center ever touched the league.
Shaq is the most dominant. Kareem is the best.
I think he's. I'm about to say. I think he's the most dominant, but I don't think
he's the most dominant. But Kareem was the best.
So that's why I think that's where that goes.
I'll tell y'all who my favorite is though. The Dream.
Hey.
Hakeem.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
If I had a draft and I had to pick a center to start on my team all time, it would be him.
I'm not mad.
I'm gonna just tell you that.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's just off of my personal opinion on how I feel. His impact on the game, lowest seed, being able to go through that and carry a team of damn near scrubs.
I agree. I'm not mad at that, bro. I'm not mad at that because I mean, we also talk about times where it's like it's limited. Like a lot of these players that we have this, and maybe this is another segment, so I'm going to be deal like really light on this. The era of basketball really means a lot. I think the people associate the era of basketball versus talent. Talent is something different. Talent will translate no matter what. But the era of basketball means different because you're being taught this. Like,
yes.
So that's just what it is. If we've all played some type of sport or played some type of competitive thing, and when somebody shows something to unlock, we have all had that aha, damn. I could have been doing this for a minute. Like, this is crazy.
Right.
So that's just a realization of it, bro. So, I guess that, that was an interesting one. Damn, that's going to be fire. And the Joker and the Joel Embiid. I mean, I'm going to stick beside the Joker thing. I get the Joel Embiid. I don't think it's no really wrong answer. It's just that, like I said, I had to see Joel just be healthy. Because, I mean, availability is inability.
He's the best.
Yes. So, and that's why Jokic got him beat right now, and we agreed on that.
And we agreed on that from the jump, nigga.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
That's a fact. We did all agree on it.
I do also think too. There's also a certain type of extent that the more somebody plays, the more they get adjusted to him. So I think that may have been a thing too. But I mean, I digress. We haven't seen enough of Joe. Well, so I'm a big fan of his talent. So that's where I stand at. So I'm not mad at either one. I ain't trying to make it a racist thing like Fiend said for sure. Because that's been a thing.
But it is. Because it is.
Because it is.
But I'm trying to chill.
No, I'm playing. All right, disclaimer. I'm just joking, y'all. I'm just joking.
So, all right. So our last part of the NBA segment is the team check-in. I know that. So we'll go because we have 2 Heat fans in this motherfucker. So I guess we can start off with the Heat. How do y'all feel?
I gotta hear this bullshit again.
How do y'all feel? I'm sorry, hey, bro.
Nah, I'm joking. How do
y'all feel?
Tell me you're a Boston Celtics fan without telling me you're a Boston Celtics fan.
Well, I already know Tone. Tone got us finished in the top 5. Tone got us finished in the top 5, so I guess he liked the off season. I'm for one disgusted with this off season. I've been disgusted the past 4 off seasons. And I'm not happy. I feel like Pat Riley might need to step down. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might need to move up. Some changes got to be made in Miami, dog. Changes have got to be made. That's where I'm at with it right now.
Not mad at that. Tone, I mean, as
I
you feel
like
like
that take, and I agree with that. Now, what I would say is I'm not a fan of the offseason, and that's not what's influencing me on why we would be a top 5 team in the East. That's just the testament on the East being so weak, and that we
Mm,
actually have
got a
players
chance. Got you.
yeah, we have a chance, and Spo always gets the best out of his players, and a lot of these players that are young are coming back. They're coming back, and they're gonna have a full training camp all season. They've played in competitive games. They have playoff experience. Yeah, they got their ass beat, but nigga, that's what really makes somebody lock in. That's a welcome to the NBA moment. You make it to the playoffs. Shit, not sweet. You got to get better.
Yeah,
What you
but
did in the regular season is
man,
not gonna work.
we weren't in
And
position to win
now
not one game against the Cavs, Tone. Not one game was it even close. Where it's
bro, our
w-
team was outmatched. It was
man,
outmatched. It was. And but
man.
but that's because of where we were seated at though. We were
I mean,
not good enough to play
we were
against the
a
number 1
10 seed,
seed.
bro. We shouldn't even have
We
been there.
we right, I get that. And this is what I'm trying to say. We wasn't even supposed to be and that whole and Wiggins was injured. We had mad shit going on. Like it was a whole bunch of moving parts. We didn't know who was going to be playing, what movement we were going in. Duncan would play one night and then he's not. Then Terry Rozier's throwing games. It's just a whole bunch of riffraff that went on last season that we don't have to worry about going into this season. Terry Rozier will not be seeing that court. If he does, then we will have a different discussion. But until we see some craziness like that, I think that as constructed, because Jovic also injured, we had injuries throughout the season. Like if we have a healthy team, our core of players, like Jaime, fully engaged, not getting sick, having a stomach bug. You got, what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
Tyler
Jovic. I
Hero can
said
stay
he
healthy.
coming
Bam can
coming
stay
back. He
healthy.
broke his hand. Jovic was hooping before that, before he broke
Yeah,
his
yeah,
hand.
yeah.
Really
You're right.
good. He was our sixth man. He was getting Khalil Ware those easy alley oops. That was the
okay.
best trigger on our offense. So we got Jovic coming back healthy. You got Jaime more engaged. He had a sophomore slump. Hopefully he's locked in. And then we got a nice rookie in KJ who just had a bad show in his first game, but it's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? This is what the season is about. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna play through those tough times, but we also got some vets that I do trust. You know what I'm saying? So as constructed, I do if we keep this team, I'm a fan of Kyle Anderson. I think that he can be a backup 5 for us. Like if we need one like to put out there and we playing small ball and he's off
Hmm.
the bench, he can do that. And I like that for us, especially in the East. Like the way these teams is constructed, he can do that. And then we re-signed Davion, and then we got pieces like Pella and Keyshaw, who's already been in the system. Hayward Highsmith already been in the system. Drew Smith, we was on a winning streak before he tore his ACL. He's supposed to be coming back. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of optimism, a lot of moving pieces from last season that's gonna be more like stabilized this year, hopefully, if healthy. So that's why I'm
I
more
mean,
banking on health on my team than anything.
I got you. I just feel like we need more bona fide bucket getters, man.
To win a championship. To
I
win
feel
a
like our
championship,
offense be
yeah.
letting us down a lot. Like we can't put that ball in that basket consistently enough to be competitive.
Shit. All them teams out east, I be seeing them all struggle. That's why I say it's only the top 3 teams that I really seen east, top 3 or 4 that was really pushing, getting them buckets consistently. Because everybody struggles in this league. It's a make and miss league. Everybody take a whole bunch of shots, so
Yeah, yeah.
it's
So
gonna
I'm just saying
happen.
we can't be going 7-8 minutes without a field goal made or a point. Like I've just seen that too many times for us.
Nah,
Like
yeah, last season was horrible. Yeah,
that's
that
too
last
long to
season,
go without a bucket.
but last season was the first time I seen that in a very long time, though. Like that last season was pretty horrible, and that was just after Jimmy left, though. Like that was when Jimmy left, everything just it went downhill
Went
for
downhill.
10 games straight, and then 7 game win streak, like bipolar. But we can move forward. Something getting
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah,
got a
yeah,
wave.
yeah.
All right. So I guess we got Wave. Do we have Blastoise still in here?
Ooh,
Because we got. I mean, that's means we have two Celtics fans.
You
No.
already know.
Two,
Big
two
Celtics
Celtics
fan.
fans.
Bleed green. Real talk, bleed green. But Honestly, we'll just see. Like I said earlier with JB, I feel like he's gonna be a 6, 7 seed. I'm not really too worried, honestly. We have one of the best GMs in basketball, so I believe he'll make another move need be. So we'll see. 6, 7 seed. I don't see us going too far in the playoffs. JT gonna come back during the playoffs, or he might just take the whole year off. Who knows? But we need the best version of him if we want
That's
to
a
get
fact.
back to that top level. So I honestly, if he sits out the full season, I wouldn't even care. I'd like that
That's a
Mm-hmm.
fact.
because he's gonna come
Yeah.
back for a vengeance and he's gonna look like a different Jason Tatum in my eyes. And I
That's a
feel
fact.
like, and we could put this on record right now. We'll see, but I feel like he comes back as a better shooter,
Hmm?
and his
Okay.
game's gonna be complete.
Okay.
Got you. I'm
I
not mad
like
at
it.
that.
I
I'm not
like it.
mad at
Put
that.
that on record.
Okay.
I like it.
Well,
I
like I
like the take.
said,
I like it.
that's just W take or L take. It's a W take thing. It's a dub.
I like it.
I
That's
agree with
W.
Cuz.
W.
What does the
The
Jaylen
only
Brown
thing I
fan
will
think?
say is our team will be drastically different in a year. Like this is
Oh
just a
yeah,
tryout year for
definitely.
the roster. This is just all right. We're gonna see what we got because we know next year we're gonna have JB and JT and Derek White and a
Yeah.
whole lot. It's gonna, the
Yeah.
team will
Porzingis
be
is gone.
drastically
Horford
different.
gone.
Yo,
Drew
Horford
gone.
listen,
gone, yeah, like
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
drastically
lie
different team.
either. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm not saying I want it to happen. Let's put this on record so the motherfuckers don't take my head off. But I will not be surprised if the Celtics make a move on JB. I will not be surprised.
Yeah, they've been talking about that. They've been talking
I
about
would
Ooh.
that.
not be surprised.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Wee.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Ooh.
not gonna lie.
Wee.
I do think that's what I was gonna say. Do you guys own your draft pick next year?
Yeah,
Because if
Yeah,
you
we
guys
do.
do, this will be the perfect time to deal them.
Yeah.
The
Mm,
I
perfect
saw
time.
some shit with Sabonis.
Nah. Nah.
I don't know how I
You
feel
don't think
about
so? You
that.
don't think so,
Nah.
Fiendish?
Nah, not
nah.
because the question was for years can Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown win it together?
And
They
they did.
finally
And they did.
they did win it together. So I say you keep it together. You know what I'm saying? Jason
Why?
Tatum come back healthy, Jaylen Brown because y'all proving y'all can win with it. Y'all just got to put the pieces around them again. You know that's why I say you
Well,
keep it together.
that's something that
That's
Jalen
my take.
Brown
I'm
and
not a
Tatum
Celtics
will
fan,
want
so
to do.
y'all probably look at it different. But that's
But
my
I
take on
think
it.
the way that their front office works,
The
they're
way
not
that we
going for
work,
none of
bro.
that. They don't care about none of that sentimental shit. Nigga, we trying to build a
We're
team.
City of Champions, bro.
You know what I'm
They don't
saying?
call
Like
Boston
at this
City
point, they
champions
looking
like
at
we want to
Jason.
win championship, bro.
They looking at Jason Tatum's injury and probably like, man, if he come back looking a
Yeah,
little
I gotta get this
different,
thing
he
out
out of
the
here.
thing.
Yeah, fact. And
Like
I could agree with that too.
okay.
Nah,
they
nah,
don't,
nah. I
they
don't think
don't.
so. I don't
You
think
don't
so.
think you don't
So it's an
you don't
L
think they
take.
will pack him up?
It's an L take. It's an L
No,
take
no,
finish.
No,
I don't think so. Cause I feel like
JT retiring the Celtics.
go ahead, bro. My fault. I mean to
I
interrupt you.
feel J. I don't think JT will get dealt if he comes back
Exactly,
from the injury.
Yeah,
exactly.
I
JT not
thought
getting
about it.
dealt.
I
Yeah.
don't think he would get dealt.
I
Like,
think
bro, that
Jason
nigga's
Tatum.
really the face of the franchise.
Yeah,
Like, they're not gonna
I
do
think
that.
he's the face of Boston. Like being that he was drafted there, won a championship there. He's the first all NBA first team player there. He's like the Steph of the Golden State. Like they're gonna love Tatum. They're not gonna deal Tatum. You know what I'm saying? If they was to deal somebody, it would be Brown. I'm just saying, from my opinion, I think you keep it together. I think you keep that core together and build around them again. That's just my take on it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
No,
Another, another,
yeah. I don't think they
another.
should. I don't think they
That's
would
just my
trade him
take.
right away. But I think they're the organization that if he comes back from his injury and he not looking the
Ah, okay,
same,
okay, okay. I get what you're
they
saying.
gonna be
Okay,
like, well, we got to do what's best for the team. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay, okay,
So
okay,
that's
okay,
why I'm
okay.
saying if own your draft pick going into this next year, JT out pretty much sit him out for the whole season.
Mm.
Get rid of JB, trade him, get off that big contract. You ball out whatever you got, whatever lottery pick you get. Now you got the lottery pick. You got Derek White. You got Jason Tatum. You got, you know what I'm saying? You got pieces going forward. You don't got to be stuck
And we got
with,
the money.
and you got the money, the flexibility that y'all got. You know, y'all trying to. I know how Boston think. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that.
Got you.
They would try to build around Tatum, but like if you know what I'm saying, they get the number one draft pick, and Tatum is not looking the same. Do you not deal him? Like, do
But
you
one thing
keep
about
him?
Boston too, like I don't think they'll go into that
don't know, man.
I
That's
don't think
tough.
they'll go into that tanking mode. I think
I don't,
they'll try to use their bread to
that's what I'm
bring
saying,
six
bro.
good people
Long as
rather
Paul
than go through the
Pierce was
draft.
with them and they didn't deal him, I don't see why they would.
Yeah, they always have a
But
chance.
I
I don't
mean,
know,
it,
A good
man.
pieces will never
it's a
go there,
different
man.
NBA now, though.
Because
Niggas is
think about it, the
1090
only
grimy
reason why we
shiesty
have
nowadays.
JB and JT, we never really we had that one bad year, yeah, but we never really tanked, bro. We
Yeah,
finessed the
yeah.
Nets, we got the picks, and it turned out to be these two great ass players.
And I'm not saying it's like a hard tank. I'm not saying go
Man,
ahead tank, get the worst
we did get
pick in the
Marcus
league.
Smart with the fifth
But
overall pick.
y'all could get
We
like
were pretty bad.
even if y'all finish at 500 or whatever, or mid season, you know what I'm saying? You could still see what the Dallas Mavericks did. Their record wasn't all that bad. Motherfuckers still got the number one pick. And the way the
Yes,
league, the way everybody
that
talk
shit's
about the league
crazy.
being, a little rigged. I wouldn't be surprised if Boston got the same love that Dallas and LA and all of them got. Like that wouldn't surprise me.
Bro,
Like
them niggas
what are we
hate
talking
Boston.
about
Them
No,
here?
niggas
no
not
funny
they not
shit.
doing shit for Boston. Them niggas hate us. Them
Niggas
niggas
would
ain't
sit
doing
there
nothing
and
for us.
say shit like that just so nobody look into y'all and investigate. But I'm on to
Nah,
y'all. I'm
Stop
nah,
on
it.
to
they really
y'all.
hate us.
I'm on to
The
y'all.
league hate us. Nigga. They
That's what I'm
hate us.
trying to say. They gonna flip Jason Tatum for number one overall pick, just like Dallas did for Luca. Whenever they tie with this man Tatum, he's out of there. I'm trying to
I
tell
don't
you
think
that
so.
they run
I
like a
don't think so.
business.
I agree.
Man,
Damn.
man.
Damn.
Hey,
I don't think so. Another
I like
hot
it.
Now,
take before we switch.
I wish my team worked like that.
Before we
True.
switch, my fault. Another hot take. I'm sorry for taking up your time with the Celtics talk. But before injury, Jason Tatum up there as face of the league, in your opinion?
Yeah, he was. He was marketable. He was consistent.
I'm biased, so I ain't gonna speak.
Mm,
Nah,
He
talk your shit.
was.
So talk your
He
shit.
was
So talk your
there. Like
shit.
I ain't gonna lie. The year. All right. So what was it? Was it 2 years ago? I had him going for MVP one year, and he shit the bed like completely. And then he came back the next year and was showing that
Balling,
MVP type
balling.
vibe. So it's just like it's hit or miss with him. Like he was the face of the league. I felt like by him making the conference finals and all that consistently,
Mhm.
and then like I don't know the Kobe comparisons and all that they were pushing. They was marketing it like they were pushing it. And I see the vision, but like I just could never. It could be the Heat fan in me, but I'm just also respecting him at the same time because like you can't say this boy ain't been putting on since he came into the league. Like that boy been
If you going
good.
there, I'm gonna say Luca. I'm gonna say Luca. If you
Face of the
going that,
league.
yeah, Luca.
I can
I'm
see
going
that.
Luca.
Now
Yeah,
he's in LA.
that's who
Since
they're
Lucas
pushing.
came
That's
in
what
the
they
league,
pushing.
he has been
Yeah,
carrying whatever franchise. When he got drafted by the Mavs, ever since he came in,
That's a good take.
yeah,
he was carrying.
Yeah,
Since he came
yeah,
in,
yeah.
since he came in
yeah.
the league, drafted,
And
he's
he
been
does
carrying.
incredible. That nigga does incredible shit.
He does.
Yeah, but the problem they're gonna have with him is gonna be some Michael Jordan shit because he don't even have a full love for basketball for real. The man said he don't see himself. He said he don't
He
see
only got a full
himself.
love of basketball.
He
Oh,
said he
we.
don't see himself playing. Late in his career, he been playing since he was young already. There's a lot of mileage. He's been
Yeah,
playing
he
since
been
like
playing
12,
Word.
professional
13.
since he was a teenager.
Yeah,
He's been
so
in the
he
Yeah,
professional
don't
since
see
a
yeah.
teenager.
himself. He don't see himself continuing to play at the NBA as long as LeBron has. So that's why I don't think the NBA is pretty much gonna push him as much. But like he's in LA, so whoever's in
Yeah.
LA is gonna get some type of push.
Yeah, there will be
Like
some
I'm
type
not
of
going
push.
to deny that, but I think if we really gonna talk about face of the league,
Don't say Ant, please.
it's not gonna be Ant because I told you already. They not jacking that, but they
Not
already
checking the
pushing
baby
the
mama though.
narrative.
Look.
They're pushing the narrative. They found the one, and he just won a championship.
Yeah.
SGA.
Yeah, SGA
Yeah,
is gonna.
They're
Yeah, yeah.
pushing
Well,
that
yeah,
narrative.
Yeah,
They're
look.
yeah.
pushing that narrative. They're like, oh, he's a perfect dad. He does this, like they. I've been seeing like all the promos on there, like oh how he's different from Ant. Like they're comparing him on the internet on why he's different, why he's more of a face of the league. That's what they pushing. He,
I got you.
I agree. I mean,
I
look.
fuck with SGA though.
I better say
All
that.
right.
Yeah, we got off topic with that one, but just put a button on that. I knew it wasn't gonna be AE because there's no way you're beating child support and LeBron the same year, and they were gonna let you succeed. No way. No
No
way.
way.
No way.
Yo,
No way. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. No way. So I mean, that was done data. You know what I'm saying? That's been done. So okay. So Ooh, the NBA shit that lasted a little while. Um,
Man,
I'm about to say I'm gonna go brief with the UFC. Don't know how much you all follow. You know that's more my wheelhouse than anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not gonna. I don't really watch
yeah,
UFC
Yeah,
like
nah,
me
that. Y'all
that's
neither,
got
fine. That's
man.
that.
fine. So I mean, for the
I
people
know
that
about John Jones. That's it.
okay, so I would say for the people that's watching Topuria, if y'all haven't been seeing the Spain that's been knocking motherfuckers out, I would implore y'all to watch that because he's clean, he's exciting, and he's here to put people to sleep. If anything's putting people to sleep, he's getting
He only got like
comparisons.
one loss, don't he?
Yeah, one loss, one
One
loss.
loss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
yeah,
loss.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
heard I heard somebody say he may go down as the GOAT. That's what I've heard.
Hey, look, he's pound for pound, and I think he deserves that. He's having a historical run. I mean, he's smoking people in different divisions. Like, I mean, me and Chad paid on Def that was here. He was here. He's supposed to help me float this segment, but my man vanished. But it is what it is. We talked about like runs, and the biggest thing we were talking about the John Jones. We were talking about careers. John Jones. It depends what you want, because Conor McGregor has probably had the most historic run.
Yeah,
I'm be
for
honest
sure.
with you. Yeah, like on the public stands, like yeah, like he had a whole nation behind him. Then you got people like
Hmm.
John Jones that on paper also had a ridiculous run.
Ridiculous run. I think he
Yeah,
the goat. I think
yeah,
John Jones the goat.
and I'm not mad at that take, but then there's some discrepancies about being old, going against old fighters. He's taking forever. It's a lot of things to sprinkle in that to that. Then
Yeah,
You got GSP, which is my guy.
PSP.
Yeah, they came back,
Yeah,
fought
GSP
this.
is my
Yeah,
goal.
yeah, I
I
agree.
remember him.
He took an L, but he was going against Roy Rage at the time when UFC wasn't doing the USADA inspection
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah.
So that's something that got to be factored. So, I mean, Topuria has smoked some legends already. Even just going up to fight Max is crazy. He's dogged everybody, and honestly, it's me being an avid fan of that. Like ground game is what he was good in. So whenever y'all go like look him up, y'all gonna see him clipping people with precise punches. But before that, he was submitting people. He had 6 submissions easily.
So I've heard.
So and with that being said, I say do a close track on that. If y'all I know y'all don't track, and that's nothing like it's something as big as y'all, like as big as me, because y'all know I like combat. But yeah,
What's Tapur's fighting style?
uh,
If you know that.
I mean he's absolutely a like more of a boxing
Boxing.
chill.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's sharp. He's sharp. He doesn't hit as hard. One of the guys that fought recently named Josh Emmett that fought him, and there was a war. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if there's much of a war if I would say that, but he was fighting him, and Josh Emmett said he didn't hit hard, but his precision is crazy. So I would say look up some clips, and if he comes back in the topics, then y'all will know more in the next one. Um, and I'm going to skate past that as far as the Armin thing. There's a lot. They're doing the WWE thing, Taporia fighting Islam or Patty. I don't know if y'all heard of Patty, the motherfucker that be like 200 pounds and dropped to 135. Some fucking
Yeah,
yeah. So I
yeah.
mean, that's a lot of
Nah,
stuff
that
in there.
nigga's crazy.
He is crazy. He's crazy as hell. But there's two things on this topic list I could talk about. So John Jones entered back the testing pool ever since he heard about UFC having being held a fight in the White House. Being from the area, I don't know how that's gonna look. That shit looks like ass if it's gonna be there. So many feds. Not sure how that's gonna work, but
They may not have that much fans. It may be an
Yeah,
exclusive event. I think
that's
that would
yeah.
true.
probably be the best
That's
way to
true.
go about it.
That's true.
Same way they have any shows, they have mass shows in the White House with people's speakers and all that shit.
That's fair. That's fair. So I get
Mm.
that. So I mean, and then last but not least, Conor McGregor again messaged Dana and said that he want to fight in the Capitol, and he want to fight. And I think that may be Chandler, and I think that'd be big. I think that'd be big. Just
Yeah,
yeah,
that would be big.
yeah,
That
that'd
would
be
definitely be
huge.
big.
Yeah. So
Just just you having a MMA legend in front of the White House with the American flag. He's not even from America. That would headline.
Word.
That would
Look,
headline. That
crazy.
would headline in itself.
Yeah.
Pull
I
off
don't
that
think he'll do it
Irish
though.
flag.
Non-Americans fight in front of the
I
White
don't think
House
he'll
or at
do
the
it.
White House.
I don't think he'll do a photo op with like that. I don't think he'll do that. I think if he'll do it, he'll have his flag with him though, with his country. But even that is still a win though, I guess. But they
mm,
have both.
okay,
Both are still a win.
Okay. Nah, that is a win. So okay. So all right. So like I said, we briefed through that. I'll probably do a more detailed video just on that to post. The next thing is
Mhm.
we'll blow by is Jake Paul. Y'all know about Jake Paul. Not a real boxer, but boom, he got ranked 14.
That's
He got
I
crazy.
want him
ranked
to fight a
14.
real boxer.
And
I'm
now
tired. I'm
he's
tired
going
of him.
to. He
I'm
ranked.
tired of him.
On one hand, I'm like, what the hell? But on the other hand, I'm like, just give it to him. And let's just see what he does with it.
I
Because
mean,
all he can do is rise and fall from there at that point.
Word.
well, that's the thing. He fought Fury.
And I
He
think
fought
he'll
Fury.
fall hard. No bullshit.
No, he fought Fury. He fought, even though some people would say he's not a real boxer, but he fought Fury brother and he lost. He fought against a guy this weekend, and honestly, nobody really watched because UFC was actually it was lit, and he won, and that's what put him at 14. But the guy got picked up by ICE, so he's no longer there. And not only that, everybody felt some type of way that he was ranked 14. So I think they were moving his 14th rank because I'm be honest with you, he ain't really earned that. He ain't fight like real boxers. He's just getting that money.
That's my thing. You're building your career off of fighting non-boxing. When you consider yourself a real boxer, and then you fight a real boxer in Mike Tyson, but that man's like 60 years old. So fight a real boxer around your age, and then we'll talk. Like I'm not impressed. I'm
I agree.
like based on what I've seen, so I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. What you made your career off of?
I agree.
I guess it's me not being an avid boxer fan to feel the disrespect to the sport because I can see how it can be disrespectful to the sport. And for those that really know family that has worked really hard to get ranked and fight to get to these
Hmm.
places.
Hmm.
Um, but it's America, bro. Like
Yeah,
it's just like it doesn't surprise me. He does bring like some type of you know,
Notoriety.
to the sport and make it a little bit more relevant because if he's a lot of people that don't know boxing but know him. You know
Yeah,
what
that's a
I'm
fact.
saying?
That's a
So
fact.
at the end of the day, do you if you really love boxing, you should just take what they giving you at this point because
I got you.
y'all were on a decline
Yeah.
and
They
you
don't
need
promote and
help.
market the sport like they need to. They don't promote
Yeah,
they
and
don't.
market the sport how they supposed to.
They
They
don't.
right.
don't.
And if anything, they need to just take a couple notes from him, and he just need to be the marketer or the actual
Yeah.
sponsor for these fighters. Like maybe he needs his own little league. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. For all we know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a real love. Maybe he loves boxing so much that he may use the money that he's building his fan base off of to have a boxing league that these boxers can just go in there and really be competitive and sign contracts and be a part of teams and stuff where you get paid instead of just having to rely on sponsorships that might dry up on you and shit. It might not get consistent fights and everything. You got
I mean, that was one of the biggest things he said though too. That's something that he said. I mean, that's the thing he was clashing with UFC. He was just like telling Dana, "I'm going to pay my fighters or pay people, and I'm gonna get them paid more than you do." So I mean, I respect that to a certain point, but I also agree with that. Like if I'm working hard and I'm busting my ass, and then someone else that fought a whole bunch of like nobodies and got a shot against somebody else that obviously was dealing with real life shit. Not saying boxing and sporting ain't real life shit, but you getting scooped by them boys, then you was dealing with some real life shit. So I mean, I'm iffy about it. I'll take the good with the bad, but I agree with Fiend. Like if you're gonna take the good with the bad and you put him 14, make sure he fights somebody. That's it.
Mhm.
Make sure he fights somebody. And if he gets smoked, he gets
Yeah.
smoked.
Yeah, and that's what I think. That's probably what they're setting up for by ranking him because he probably like, yo, I'm not fighting this dude. I'm not even ranked. But now they gave him a rank, and if they tell him to fight somebody, he
Yeah.
better fight somebody.
Yeah, now he gotta go with the promotion says versus just his
Yeah,
shit. But I think they're removing that. I think a lot of fighters complained about it, so I think they're removing it. Don't quote me on it, but I'm almost certain they're removing it. I started seeing whispers about that. Started seeing articles, so I
about
agree with that.
removing what?
Removing the 14th
Mm.
rank, and I think that's still fair. Either way, I see both sides of it, but each side is fair. So I
Hmm.
guess the second one is the Canelo versus Bud. We can keep that real brief. Who you siding with?
Mm.
I'm
I'm
going.
not really that well versed in that boxing.
Okay,
For real,
okay.
to
So
be
you can go ahead and
honest.
set that one out. You can go ahead and set that one out. Wave Fiend, how y'all feeling? Who is it, Bud or Canelo?
Man, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Man,
Oh no, it's tough. It's tough.
yeah.
I want to say Canelo. I want to say Canelo,
Mhm.
but
I know, I
it's
know, I know.
I don't even want to put myself on the fence.
I get that.
I
I already put it to
don't
the
even, I don't
fence.
even, I don't even want to put myself on the fence.
Okay.
I, I'm gonna go Canelo. I'm gonna go Canelo.
Okay, Canelo. Wave, what you got?
I don't really watch boxing like that. No.
Okay.
But going on popularity and what I be hearing, I'm gonna say
Okay.
Canelo.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Put
go
the
ahead and
house on it.
okay, so I'm gonna go
No, I'm
ahead and go
joking.
Bud. I'm going Bud. I'm just going Bud. I'm going
Wait,
Bud.
and Bud Crawford.
Yeah, I'm going Bud Crawford.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
bro, bro.
oh. I don't really know, honestly. I'm gonna watch that fight though.
You're gonna watch that fight, so we have something to talk about on that stream that Sunday. So just make sure
Mhm.
for that. I look. All I'm saying is I'm not going against somebody. If y'all haven't seen the video of him having an interview about his child, have y'all seen that?
Nah, I haven't
Man, he's a
seen
Mm-mm.
that.
real nigga. So apparently, he stepped out on him and his wife, or not his wife, his girl, of like 6 or 7 kids. And they asked him, with the last kid being from somebody different, how did you address it? And this nigga said that I came back and told her I got one on the way.
Yo,
Crazy.
Yeah, that's
he's a
crazy.
demon.
Crazy.
He's a demon.
He's a demon. I
And
know
media get back.
yeah, I media shit on him for that, and it was like the Black Fathers thing, and I mean, honestly, they had right with that, but at least he ain't lie straight up. I got one on the way. That's crazy. But
Yeah, that's crazy work.
okay. So those 2 seconds of leave alone. Now we're gonna get off something that we haven't talked about. It's usually sports. It's usually sports, anime, cinema, movies, the vibe and stuff like that. But this is something different we want to talk about. So Drake released Iceman. How
Okay.
we feeling
Yeah.
about
I
What
that?
haven't
what
even
what did I miss? What did I miss?
What
I
did
haven't
I
even
miss?
heard
What did I
that.
miss? Right? Okay.
What did
Iceman
I
the
miss?
album. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
Obviously,
hmm
I'm not as well versed, but what did I miss? I think it was a solid track, personally. So how we feeling about that? Is Iceman gonna
Uh,
be a legit album? Like, what we thinking?
I, I said before he even dropped this, I think Iceman's gonna be a classic. Classic.
I know he was stepping though. I heard it. He was playing that all day on the radio. And online.
Yeah,
Because
I heard
I
that
think we're
all
gonna
in
get a
Coney.
classic album from Drake. We got the beef fueling the album. So I expect nothing but great music on this
And that's
album.
what scares me. And
I
that's what
expect nothing
scares
but
me.
great music.
that's what scares me.
Because I feel like he's not gonna deliver.
Ooh,
Ooh,
we got a dang.
Mm.
It's a lot of takes going on this
I
session.
don't know. You think
And I'm
Drake's
a
not
Drake
gonna
fan.
deliver?
I'm a Drake fan. I'm a Drake fan,
when has
bro.
Drake not delivered?
I ain't gonna lie.
Bro,
This last tape was cool, but it wasn't like
like
All right, bro.
it's
exceptional.
All right.
it's gonna give like calm drizzy. It's gonna be good. But classic, I don't
Classic,
know, man.
classic,
I don't know. I've
classic.
been
Wave.
waiting on a classic from him for a while. It's been a little minute.
I mean, it depends on what you consider a classic. Like I know CLB Certified Lover Boy took a lot of grief, but I consider that a classic. Like that has aged very well. Honestly, never mind. People hated on that shit when it first came out, but if you play that shit now and play it back now, it has aged very well. Like honestly, never mind that
Classic is
shit. That shit
crazy though.
vibes.
The
That
classic is
shit vibes.
crazy.
I
Classic
mean
is crazy.
Drake shit's pretty much timeless. Like a lot, like that's why I call it a classic. Like you can go back that shit 15 years from now, that's a classic. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, never mind. That's a vibe now.
So you can
Classic.
put
Take
that
that
on
classic.
around anybody and anybody gonna vibe to it, or is it just you?
Now I'm like like it's an acquired ear. Like it's an acquired ear, but it has aged very well. You know what I'm saying? Like all that hate it got when it first dropped, it shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
have that now. You know what I'm saying? It
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't. It has aged very well if you listen to it.
Okay.
And
Um.
Drake was just ahead of the curve with that. When he dropped that, he was ahead of the curve. That's why it's called Honestly Never Mind. Like, he just dropped this shit out the blue. What is it called? You know what? Honestly Never Mind. You know what I'm saying? Like he was ahead of the curve with this shit. Like Drake's on a
Nah,
different level with that shit, man.
he got that inspiration from Drizzy. I mean, from Wayne. He got that from Wayne.
Yeah,
Wayne used to
yeah.
just drop shit mad randomly out of nowhere. You just go on LimeWire. He got a whole new shit that, like, he learned from the best. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he came in with a nice little marketing team. They knew what they was doing. They
Yep.
knew how they wanted to market him and shit. It was good, you know. And I'm a Drake fan. Like, I would never sit there and say he whack nothing. He's a
You
great
think he's gonna
artist. He's really
undeliver
great.
those homes?
But it's so much people expecting him to come back from that beef on some wild shit. But I think his best is yet to come. It's gonna
But
be
but
when
but
he.
but I
I
think he's
think it's
already
gonna be a
past that.
couple years from now.
I
Nah,
think he's
I
I
don't
think
think
he's
he
already
has.
past that though.
He's a
So
cornball, bro. He's not done.
no.
Yeah,
Listen,
he
He's a
listen,
is a cornball.
cornball.
Like that
listen.
is true. He is
He's.
definitely a cornball
Listen.
for sure.
I love listening to some
Now go
Drizzy.
ahead.
That's my dog. But he's a certified, like he's a corn dog. Certified corn dog. Corn
Certified
dog.
Here,
cornball.
all right. Here's my take on it. Okay, the whole beef happened. Not like us. Family Matters, and I still think to this day, Family Matters is the best diss song in that beef. That's neither here nor there. That's a whole other topic if y'all want to
Hmm.
go there. And that whole beef, I think the best diss song was Family Matters by Drake.
Okay.
Fan
All
Matters
right,
was a good
he
song
did.
though. Yep.
Okay.
He then drops an album with Party. So you know how some
Mhm.
people are. Oh, he's dropping an album. Oh, he's about to be climbing at Kendrick. Like, bro, come on, bro. He drops an album called "Some Sexy Songs for You" on Valentine's Day. What in the fuck do you think the album was gonna be about?
Right.
Let's keep it real. Y'all want Drizzy to beef and all that, bro. He drops it on
He's
Valentine's Day.
not
What's the
gonna
name of the
stop his
album?
bread.
He's not
Yeah.
beefing on that album. I'm
Yeah.
not even
But
saying he's gonna beef on the Iceman album, but I think he's gonna have his little couple bars here and there. Like he already threw shots at Ross on his new song. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like I think he's gonna have his subtle jabs here and there, but he's also planning on dropping his hit for the summer. You know, Drizzy likes to drop bangers for the summer. That's just what I'm expecting from Drizzy. Nothing more, nothing
Mhm.
less.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. I think he needs to stay away from the beef. Stay away
Yeah.
from the beef. I mean, don't get
Yeah.
me
I
wrong.
ain't
I don't.
gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. That's like being the artist and being like somebody that's with beef are totally two separate things in my opinion. There's rarely somebody that can balance both, and I think that Drake is a great artist in his own right, but yeah, he needs to leave the beef alone. And I do agree with that Family Matters take. That's probably the best song, even though I was on that with Kendrick.
But
I mean, not like
But one wasn't played in the Super Bowl in front of millions and that
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
no,
not
no,
billions
like
of
us was
no,
people.
not like us was true. Yeah,
Like
but
that
no.
is shock value matters in
yeah,
rap beef. It definitely does. We've
But
seen it before.
yep,
what I-
we've
what I-
seen it before.
what
not even.
what I'm saying is not like us is a hit. Like
It's a
fuck it being
hit.
a diss record, it's a
Yes.
hit. But I'm saying
Yes.
as far as a diss record,
A
bar
diss
for
record.
bar,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Family
Yes.
Matters is a better diss song, not hit, but diss song. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I agree.
No, no, that,
That sometimes he that was his 10, but like Kendrick had multiple songs
yeah,
like back to
yeah,
I
back to back. Like what are you supposed to do at that point? And then he basically took what Drake did to Meek Mill to him. He
nah, he
just didn't
did.
stop.
Yeah, he just
You
took him to
can't
the
even
back of
be
the shed.
mad. You can't even be mad because Drake did it to Meek. Like he didn't
Yeah,
stop either. It came all full circle. This nigga Kendrick did him dirty. Damn, hate it had to be you, my boy.
yeah.
But
But I mean, still, like you said, like that's
but
not your wheelhouse. I respect it, and I respect you going with that. But yeah, I mean, also the thing about Kendrick though too is that that's why I said he found the right song to balance out talking shit and being a popular song. And not only that, like you got to really think
but
about this too. Is that also it's like how can I put this? What's the best way to put this? I'll just saying it. Nah, I just say it. I mean Kendrick just was relentless. He didn't stop. I think that's really what it came down to. Drake know this is not his wheelhouse. He makes a lot more money talking about bitches. So I agree with that. I mean, I just don't think it's making too much bread at
uh,
this point.
I
let,
don't
let me
get
let,
how it's not Drake's wheelhouse though. I don't get that take. That take is kind of throwing me a little bit. But I would say that you know that whole situation could have been handled a little bit differently. Like I don't know the leaks and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just the L he got to take because it
Yeah.
literally was him versus everyone. Like he said that, and that's why I said I fuck with him. What he was saying, niggas was jumping him. They was dead ass on his dick. Where the
But
fuck Rick Ross
am I
came from? That
I
nigga's a
mean, but
dick
am I
then
rider.
bugging?
yeah, that's
But am
true.
I
Rick
bugging
Ross.
though? But every time Drake's, if he has beef, don't they start it with him?
Yeah, they do be starting with him.
No,
It's like
But the
he's just
thing,
that
it
annoying ass nigga. Like, you
wasn't.
fuck with me, and now I'm not. I'm gonna just keep being a dickhead type shit.
Nah, but this time he didn't even start it. It was J. Cole that started it
Yeah,
all.
fam, J. Cole
It was
pussy.
really
That
J.
nigga
Cole that
started it and then
started it.
dropped out.
Yeah, and then Drake tried to go in and protect himself because Kendrick was popping shit about both of them, and it was just like,
Yeah,
oh,
but that's the thing that's been going on for years, though. I've been hearing. Also, like this is also something to be said. Like people say that like the 1-on-1, and I mean I think a lot of truth was in both sides of it, especially with the writers and stuff like that. But I do think from one thing I learned is that, and I knew it, but like this showed me that Drake has backdoored a lot of people in the industry. It seems like, and that's been something that's been said, and this like kind of brought that to the forefront. Yeah, like.
all them
Large
niggas
phone.
be backdooring though. That's what be losing me. Like these niggas be backdooring people all the fucking time. And my thing is, he at least put people onto the songs. Like people always be like, yeah, Drake always got people on his songs. They always in the writers' credits. Blah blah blah. That's a good thing. At least he's showing niggas is helping him on tracks. These niggas be hiding credit from people. Like why we don't talk about that?
Talk that
Why we
shit.
don't talk about that?
Talk that shit.
Like for real, bro.
Not
Like
talk
niggas will
this
always
shit.
sit there and be like, yo, why Drake? He got all these people in the credits, but then want to sit there and be like, the nigga don't do nothing for nobody. He don't credit nobody. That's stupid. He's one of the main people that give people credit.
Yeah,
Nigga,
I mean,
a lot of these lit artists, they best track came with Drake. Nigga,
I
he
mean,
put a lot of people on.
love or hate Drake, he put more people on than Kendrick has. That's all I got to say.
Oh
He
no,
even put Kendrick. He
Absolutely.
even tried to put Kendrick on.
Absolutely.
But I mean,
Absolutely.
but that's also, I
Absolutely.
mean, but that's the thing though. Kendrick State. That's Kendrick didn't want to be in that limelight too much. Like, look at this now. Like you can say that in the beginning, but at the end of it, he didn't want to be even that person. Obviously, he dips out. He stops. He lives his
Nah, bro.
life. So I mean, yeah. But I don't think saying that like it's expectation of somebody that never
Bro,
really
bro,
even
bro,
made it.
bro, bro. I don't want to be that person, bro. But let's be honest, bro. Kendrick really makes his spotlights off of other people. Like the
Yeah.
Control verse, he called out like 8 of the biggest artists at the
Yeah.
time. Now,
Yeah.
now you
Yeah.
in the spotlight
Yeah.
again, beefing
Yeah.
with Drake.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
bro, you really
Yeah.
get your spotlight off of other big names. Like,
And
But
it's
he
like
had
that's the same
M's
shit that they
before that.
accuse. That's the same shit they accuse Drake of, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, cause like Kendrick,
Okay,
he
now
got
y'all
his fans
tripping.
that listen to everything. Kendrick fans
man,
got
now
people
you
that
tripping.
listen.
Now y'all tripping. Now
They
y'all tripping.
listen to everything. I'll tell you that. But you same way niggas be like, oh, nobody sit there and put no fucking random ass artist name on or whatever. Like nobody just be like, yo, let me put this Kendrick on. Like not until what Drake beef. Like if I'm with my guys, okay, we bumping Kendrick. But if we hanging out with shorties, that's not happening.
I mean, that's to
Like
be expected. He
That's a
don't
fact.
drop, but he doesn't drop stuff. This is all by intent. Y'all saying things it's not this, like it's not supposed to happen. Like this is a thing that's been
but
said. Like
this is how it all started though. It all started because they were talking about being the big three and who's the best and this and that. So if you're not really in love with the game like that, why are you so mad niggas is saying that they the best and they at least got you in the top three, nigga? Like fuck is you talking
no,
about?
but he
You
been
don't
Drake
really
been talking
either you
shit
care,
for a
you don't
minute
care.
though.
But Drake wasn't popping shit about him. He wasn't popping shit about him. If anything, it was Drake and J. Cole probably hyping themselves up like, oh, I'm the
But
GOAT,
No, I'm
we
whatever.
talking.
knew
I'm talking
Okay,
before
about
we knew
outside of
hype
that.
beforehand
up.
Drake and Kendrick were beefing for years
That's what I'm talking
before
about.
that. They were
Thank you.
beefing
That's what I'm
years
talking
before
about.
that.
Years before that. Years this has been a thing.
But
This has been a years been a thing.
niggas gotta get over it, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Nigga, that shit was weak.
I
Niggas is
do
weak.
I do feel like Kendrick's timing was calculated.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he
niggas is
definitely was
tender.
calculated.
It was mad
Niggas is
calculated. You wait till
tender,
Drake get as
bro.
big as he is to then do what you
No,
did. Like
100%. I agree with that. I think that all that is calculated. I did not disagree with that at all. But that's why I said that everything that this is done is intentional. Career's been intentional, not dropping that much. I think that Kendrick literally, like how he placed himself, is intentional. And I understand that people saying you're not bumping this Kendrick, you're not bumping this, but that's also by design. Like just off the fact that this beef thing and the reason why, honestly, they probably didn't get to more rap, more of this versus deep in that is because Drake said you couldn't drop anything that would be booming like you can't make like a regular song that may hit the spotlight and shit like that, and that's when it like that's when it came
Kendrick
out.
Yeah,
don't make club bangers. That's a
Right,
Drake thing.
right.
but
I think
Kendrick
that's
did make a
fair.
club banger.
But yeah,
Yeah, he
because but
did
again,
one, but in comparison to the catalog that Drake has of bangers for the club or
yeah,
bangers for
So
women, like he has a whole.
swimming pools wasn't a wasn't a club banger.
Nigga, What a Time to Be Alive wasn't a club banger. The
I'm
whole album.
saying,
Yeah, I'm about to say
Like,
Drake is like I said,
you
like
know
he
what I'm
can
saying? Like, that's a whole
nah,
different thing.
Drake
Like,
does pop. He does pop as
yeah.
well. I get that, but I'm
right.
saying no. Kendrick, he has in his repertoire too.
I mean, he has the potential to do it, yes. But that was one
He
thing that
ha-
was called out.
One
That's
of
one
his,
that was
I have a
called out.
question. What's one of Kendrick's most popular songs?
I said it. Swimming
Pools,
pools.
Not Like Us, Humble.
Before all those came out, though, what was one of his probably the most popular songs he had?
Swimming Pools.
Close,
That
close. I would say Swimming Pools and Poetic Justice.
And they had Drake up there. That's
right,
Drake. That's a Drake
right.
effect.
That
Like
Poetic Justice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a Drake effect.
You know,
Now, Poetic
he
Justice
got
came out
somebody with
after
pop.
that too.
That's what he said. And he had hits to come out after that. I agree with that. That's what I'm saying though. Like that's also just not his wheelhouse. That's not what he wants to do. That's not what he does. Can he do it? Yeah.
yeah,
Like, but
that's not Kendrick's thing.
yeah, he doesn't
Yeah,
want to be out there to produce that much. But the one thing about it is,
Well,
as
that's a
much
part of the culture.
I
That's a
mean
part of the
that
culture.
is part of the culture, but I'm just saying this: the people that say like the Kendrick thing couldn't do it by himself or before this without this, he's had numerous shits with before this this thing came to fruition. So we got to stop saying that.
So
Like we
most.
what they got real what they got beef over for real? What's they real like what started it? Yeah, I know.
that's a good
I, I
question.
don't.
I
I
don't
don't know.
remember.
I
I
don't
was
The
know the
Three
whole.
King shit.
I don't know
no,
the
it was
whole
before that. It
totality
was
of the
before
beef.
that. It was before that. It was before that.
The Three King shit.
It was before
It
that. That was
was.
just it was before that.
That Three
That
Kingship was recent. That
yeah,
was the
that's
first
that
person
nah, but
shooter.
they've been beefing for like years. I mean, I forgot like because it's been so long because I've been off it. I thought it was gonna be done, but once it was going on, so I guess that'd be something that we'll talk about offline when I figure out. But yeah, you're
But
right.
it started around, I want to say like 2010, 2011. Because I remember 2011. I want to say that's like somewhere around that time is when Take Care came out. Kendrick and Drake, they own the album. All that's cool. But I do remember shit when Future had the song shit. He dropped a remix of it. It had Drake up there talking about you popping tags, and on that verse he was sending shots at Kendrick. I don't know what happened in between that meantime, but I know back around that time he was talking
Talking
about
shit
Kendrick
to
like,
shit. Yeah.
yeah, talking
Okay.
shit to Kendrick like, you know what I'm saying? I came to your city, you my son there, nigga, but I had to come through for the remix. Ever done a
Oh
verse of
yeah, it's
that weak
crazy.
shit? If I say a nigga name, he the hot shit. If I don't say the name, he the hot shit. Fuck the lucky I don't feed into the gossip. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like Drake was popping this shit back then, so
Yeah, I
I
I
don't
ain't
agree.
know
know he was
exactly where it
popping his
started
shit
on.
like that.
Yeah, he was popping the shit to Kendrick.
Damn.
He was popping
I
the
ain't know he
shit
was
to
popping
Kendrick.
shit like that. Oh, I did.
Yeah, that's why I need some background on now how that shit started. Cause like I need to
It,
know was it
looking
some weird?
online, it said things shifted in 2013 when Kendrick dropped the Control verse, calling out Drake.
Okay, so Kendrick started it. Okay, bet
Wait, when did take care?
makes sense.
When did he come back and start like
Take
like
Care dropped in 2011. Take Care dropped
2011?
in
So
2011.
what was that verse that you were talking about?
That
What
was
was
That
it?
was
after the
after
control.
that was after Take Care. That was after
Okay,
Take Care.
that was after Control too.
The song I was
It was
referring
after
to.
control.
You know that song "Shit" by Future talking about you popping.
Yeah.
He did a remix with Drake on it.
Okay.
With
I
Drake and
think I remember
Juicy J
that.
with
Yeah,
Drake and
yeah,
Juicy
yeah,
J
yeah,
on
I
it.
do remember that. I
You
do
yeah.
know what I'm
remember
saying?
that.
And Drake was referring to Kendrick Lamar in the verse. If y'all didn't know who he was talking about.
Mm.
Ah, that makes sense.
That makes sense, OD, because that was yeah Kendrick shock value. Nobody was really like I wouldn't say nobody was really listening to him because I was listening to him. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
was
I
listening to
listened
him
to him,
too. Yeah.
and this is why I say nobody listened to him because I used to bump it and people would be like, "What are you listening to?" You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I've been
saying? So
like that too. I agree.
I'm not saying that to be a dick. I just know literally is a certain demographic of people that listens to that music, and I happen to be a part of that demographic. So I hate when I have people a part of my demographic try to project that onto everyone when you
Hmm.
know that a whole bunch of people, you put 100 people in a room, only 20 people gonna know at least one line from that song. Like
Nah,
at the
I
end of
get
the
it.
day, you know, Drake's more relevant.
Yeah.
Did what he
No,
he
I
did what he
agree.
had to do and shit.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Because I
Put
think
someone yours already?
Drake is the bigger artist in my opinion. But then
Yeah,
you
he
start looking
is.
at Grammys, you start looking at Grammys and things like that. And Kendrick has won way more Grammys than Drake, which I find is ridiculous. The fact he won 5 off Not Like Us alone, I find that crazy work. Like y'all, that hate Drake bandwagon was crazy.
That was crazy. I mean, but that also, like I said, that
And
also
that
tells
and
you
that
this.
soundtrack for what was it for
Black
Avengers or
Panther.
Black Panther? Black Panther.
Black
Yeah,
Panther.
Black
I
Panther.
should have
So
won a Grammy too.
my thing about that whole thing is that I know that like we had this spiel about Drake helping more people and Drake done this for a lot of people and Drake has done that for a lot of people. But if that was really the case and if he done more good than harm, then it would be a lot more of a shift than when this shit came to happen and everybody was like,
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Drake is putting people on for his benefit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
That's the
right.
thing.
And people don't like that.
Block Boy JB get a hit, Drake hops on the remix. Like he's doing it for him because he has a hot song at the time, but it's to boost Drake's popularity. But it's also putting somebody that's newer getting more exposure because he has a song with Drake now. You know what I'm saying? But Drake is doing it for him. You know what I'm saying?
so Drake is doing it for
And the
him. Drake
Jay-Z
is doing
thing.
it for himself. Drake is doing it. That's what
Yeah,
you're saying.
Drake is
Yeah.
doing it for himself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
To boost
Drake is
him.
doing what Jay-Z used to do.
Oh, you
Like,
knew you're new,
Mm.
you're hot. I'm gonna hop on your remix,
yep,
get you some more views, but it's for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like Big Pimpin'. And like, I'm trying to think of the other joint that he tried to get on, and Cuz was like, "Nah, you just want to get on it now because it's hot."
Because it's hot. Yeah. I was doing fine without you. You can stay over there, Drake. I don't need your help no more. I didn't, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I got to hit on my own.
Let a
But
motherfucker say
some
that.
people take that Drake exposure because that Drake exposure, it goes a long way.
It
It do
does.
go a
Yeah.
long way for some people.
It does go
Yeah.
along with some people.
Nigga, Lil Baby. Nigga.
Yeah.
But
A lot of
but
them.
sometimes the Drake effect can backfire on you. Like
Yeah.
because you got a song with your first song is a song with Drake, you can never get as big as that first song. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes
Yeah.
that fucks you up
Yeah.
because you're not gonna
Got
get that
that too
big.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you're saying. Okay, so
Just want to say bye.
yeah, I would still would think that like it would be like the thing that we have the conversation about. Um,
Nah, they go.
just being able just to go to his back. Like
I'm
like you said, people backdoor
about to
people
leave. She want
all
to
the
get some
time.
coffee. I just wanted to see y'all before I
People
left.
backdoor people all the time, and
Yes, sir. They do.
and they backdoor people all the time, and I get it, but I mean it's just like this. I just think that like I understand that that's not a thing, but obviously all things ain't made isn't made equal. We're not in the back scenes doing that, so yeah.
I mean,
What is your definition of backdooring though, James? I
leave
need to
people
know what
women
you're talking
alone,
about.
dog. Leave people women alone.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
I ain't gonna lie.
if
We
people
can't
talking about
fault him for
grimy
that.
stuff,
Can't fault him for that. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, but I'm saying, Tone, like it could be some petty shit. Like
What nigga said? Keep your
you get
girl.
into
Don't keep your girl
you get
around
into
me.
an argument, you get into a little argument with Drake. Okay, bro, I might go behind your back and fuck your girl. It's like, bro, why you gotta fuck my girl because you got into a little argument or something, bro? Just because you can. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying, bro? Like,
Ice Drake is villain. Why not?
yeah, it's a
like,
level of being like grimy is grimy, but there are also levels to it. Like, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's people backdoor people, but it seems like from somebody outside looking in that there's been a lot of shit that Drake has done that's maybe way more grimy than we thought. So
I mean, I don't know exactly what you're referring to. If you talking about him fucking people's bitches, then he's guilty of that. But shit, the whole industry is. So we not even gonna sit there and make it seem like he the only one doing it. And these bitches out here doing that shit willy nilly, freely. They trying to get a Chanel.
I mean,
Fuck.
I'm not saying that either, but I'm saying this though. There is something to it to why it's worse. You're right. You're right. That is everybody's done it, but a lot of times where there's smoke, there's fire. So what did he do in particular that we don't know about that made him be the poster person
so,
of that?
I can tell you what I think happened. Nigga was trying to bully him, and then son just became lit, and now he's a bully. Like that's all it really
I mean, I can
I
see
seen
that.
really happen.
He be a little cornball as a kid. Now he finally
Yeah,
started to
like
get up there. He got some money and shit. He can finally get all these women. So he's not gonna turn it down. He was getting
again,
turned down before.
like
I
I
can see
said,
that.
the Meek situation, Meek and him, that whole situation. Drake wasn't trying to go for any of that at first. Nigga, Meek and all them, they was trying to bully him. Everybody thought Drake was done, dead in the water. Nigga, Drake had to.
Yeah,
He did what he had to
nah,
do.
yeah.
You feel me?
Drake smoke. Meek.
So
That was a lot of things people didn't expect, including myself.
so how how you feel about the whole just Drake fucking Wayne's girl when Wayne got locked up? I mean, this is when Drake's part of Young Money. Like he's still new, up and coming, blowing
Yeah,
up. And
yeah.
how you feel about that? As soon as your boss gets locked up, you You go fuck
Yeah,
his girl. Like how you
I think
identify
that's
with that?
I think that's fucked up. I think
Okay.
that is fucked up.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think that right there is fucked up. Like your boss, your main man, but it also depends on what's going on with Wayne, cause like shit, I be seeing these niggas be thinking they invincible. They trying to take all your shorties and they out there cheating on they shorty, but they shorty off limits. Like nigga, what you mean your shorty off limits, but you taking all my bitches? Like now the nigga Drake, he gotta be like, yo, you put my foot down. Now I'm fucking your bitch. But I
Hey
don't know.
man.
We don't know what happened. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? We
you
don't know
right.
what really going on. So like I said, niggas could. I know how people look at certain people. When I say certain people, I mean us light skinned dudes. So
Oh
they be
yeah.
sitting there talking about, oh, he's soft. He not gonna do nothing. Probably talking mad shit towards him. He not worrying about him. I even knowing he fucking his bitch. Be like that.
Yeah,
So
but no, but that's grimy. It's grimy. That's still grimy. I
that
can't
is
believe.
grimy. But
I can't.
Wayne still over here, still chilling with him. That's still his man. He still bring him out when he need money.
Yeah,
I
I mean that's true. That still doesn't excuse that though. Some nigga, I mean
I mean,
Drake. I mean not Drake. I'm trying to combine names. Wayne also missing dreadlocks and some more shit and look like he'll kill over any day by now. So I mean I get it.
and Wayne also was out there having kids with mad women anyways. Who's to say he was even being faithful to that girl? Who's to say he even wanted to be with her? Who's to say she wanted to be with him? You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Well, that's true.
so
But listen, if you're Drake, there's so many different people that you have access to, and you choose this person. As much as
but
yeah,
do
I
that's
you
all.
really
understand,
but do
That's
that's
you
all
fucked
I'm
up.
saying.
That's no,
That's
but
matter
all
do
I'm
what.
you
That's
saying. The
really
fucked up.
character.
That's
but do
fucked
you
up.
really have access to all those different people? Or is it the people that's he's around immediately that he worked with, he's there with them, and then fucking Wayne is locked up, probably, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I don't
probably he
know.
does. He at that point in time, Drake was still popping. Like I mean, as I'm looking at this Drake stuff, I'm realizing how Drake was that nigga for a very long time. So it's like I
Hmm.
mean, he has. He just chose to go that
Hmm.
road. I'm
Yeah,
not
maybe.
making excuses that when I like that's as plain
Yeah,
as black and white as it get. Like if you was a bum ass nigga or something like that, no, you were Drake. People were fucking with you. You already had popularity before that.
yeah,
Then you did that. Like you came up in this situation way different than a lot of other people, bro. So I mean, I get it, and that stuff. And you know what? And everything you could say has been valid. That's true. But at the same time, what's also valid is that's none of your business. Stay out of it. He did not.
true,
he,
true,
he got
true.
he got into it. So with that being said, y'all, that's our last topic. I appreciate y'all. This went for a little while. I'll see a lot of you all back next Sunday for more sports talk. We thought we took a little turn on this one.
You
Key and
already.
Tone, y'all got anything going out?
No, nothing right now. Nothing right
Tune in,
now.
tune in next Sunday. Big Coochie Go Out will be back again. You already know we're gonna have the sports topics on deck. We can talk about whatever. I'm all for it, and I would definitely be back.
My dog.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just leave here with my hot take. You already know my Heat gonna be top five in the East.
The quick
You know what I
drive go
mean?
crazy when I do this.
And I'm
So
standing on it.
that's fair. All right, y'all. To the next one.
Yes, sir.